So in 2006, you won the world title again. They put you back on SmackDown. But then Vince decides to put you on ECW because he's bringing ECW back. And you had a bit of a history with ECW because you famously went to one of their shows and were not impressed with what you saw. And then all these years later, you're going to be the face of the new ECW. What did you think about it?
Well, to be honest with you, when Vince first told me, I thought it was a demotion. I really did. I was having difficulty, at the time with painkillers, and I broke my neck 4 separate times in 2.5 years. I was having a really, really difficult time. And Vince brings it up to me. He said, listen, I want to pull you aside. Come here. I want to talk to you about something. I have a new company that I want to start. And he said, it's ECW. I said, Vince, that's not a new company. He said, I know, but what I want to tell you is I want you to be the name and face. I said, okay, I'm not sure I'm that excited about this. He said, well, hold on, it gets worse. You're going to be in smaller arenas and make less money. I said, why the would I want to do that? And he said, don't worry, I'll take care of you on the back end. And he did. But being in ECW, I felt like, I was being scolded, that Vince was trying to demote me or not really do a lot with me, and I felt really badly. And that was the straw that broke the camel's back. At that particular time, I wasn't happy in the company. I was working 300 dates a year. They wouldn't give me a part-time contract. I was really struggling, and I knew it was time for me to leave. And I left in 2006 and went to TNA.
I mean, so how, you've worked with Vince for like 7 years at that point. How do you kind of break the news that it's going to happen, and how hard is it to kind of, say, I'm done, I'm not going to be here anymore?
You mean, how did I quit?
Yeah.
You should have just said that.
Hang on. It's a pre-tape, we can redo it. How did you quit?
Okay, what did you say?
How did you quit?
Okay, how did I quit? All right, this isn't that funny, so don't laugh. I told Vince, this is funny. All right. I'm like, okay, we'll get to that later. Okay. I went, Vince was having a meeting, a production meeting. Pants. Okay. He's having a production meeting. All the writers and all the producers, or the agents, the people that would structure the matches, they're all in there. And I walk in, and I knew I was going to quit. And I go in, and I just got injured the night before. I tore my hamstring, my groin muscle, and my ab muscle. And it was so bad that my balls were black, okay? And my dick, black, going all the way down my leg. So I walk in the meeting. I don't even give a f***. I walk up, and I pull my pants down to my ankles. I said, how about this, Vince? And the agents behind me are like, what the f***? I'm looking at Kurt Angle's ass. It was crazy. And I said, Vince, I want to talk to you in your office. He said, all right, I'll set up a meeting. I pulled my pants up and walked out. So, hey, swear to God, it's the truth. It happened. So I fly to his office, and this is where it doesn't get so funny. I fly to his office, and I get in the room, and in his office, and he shows me 3 pages of typed text messages that I text him. It said, like, Vince, I'm going to beat the out of you when I see you. Vince, I'm going to kick your ass when I see you. And I'm reading, I'm going, I don't remember saying any of this stuff. I don't remember texting Vince. That's because I was on painkillers, and I was high, and I was texting him while I was high. So Vince is showing me this, and I'm like, holy I don't even know what to say now. I'm like dumbfounded. And he gets up and says, you want to beat my ass? Let's go right now. I'm like, holy my boss wants to fight me. And he's right next to me. And I'm like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And it's a really uncomfortable situation. And I leave the room. And I'm outside, and I start crying. And I'm like, I don't know what to do. Because at this particular time, Vince had no plans of releasing me. He wanted to keep me. And I don't blame him for that. Who wouldn't want to keep Kurt Angle, right? So I come back in the room crying. And I said, Vince, I can't do this anymore. And gets me every time. I said, Vince, if you don't let me go, I feel like I'm going to kill myself. And I didn't mean shoot myself dead. I meant accidentally kill myself because I was out of control at this particular time. So when I said that, Vince said, you're released. I'll let you go. He said, come back in 6 months, take a break. I'll give you the same contract. Don't worry about it. And I left and I went straight to TNA. It was the only option for me.